going on, you guys? Now today we are in San Francisco and specifically here at Pier 39. Now inside of this little bag I have a point and shoot camera that is extremely complicated but holds a ton of features, but I also feel like is a very capable camera. And that camera, folks, today is the Nikon 35ti. Now the Nikon 35ti is one of those classic compact cameras that holds itself up to like the Contax T2, the T3, and it's premium, I guess you would say. But the biggest thing about this camera is that all of the features and shooting modes on here can be useful, but at the same time, you know, can also be a downside. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna load this up with a little bit of Fuji Superia, shoot the camera, then I'm gonna take you guys back home where we'll talk about the camera and do a full on review. For some reason in this part of the video, the audio cuts out, so I'm going to narrate this really quick, and basically here I'm talking about the panoramic switch on the back of the 35ti. Now, it masks the top and bottom half of the 35mm frame, which gives you what looks to be a true panoramic, but it's really not. It's just kind of covering up the frame a little bit. So it's not a Hasselblad panoramic whatsoever, but it's still fun to use. Alright, you guys, before we wrap it up, I want to talk to you guys about my opinion on the camera. Now, I think the Nikon 35ti is an amazing camera for what it is. All of the features that are packed into this small little body is just simply amazing. It's an elegant camera. This is all you could ask for if you're not going to get like a Contax T2 or one of the higher end premium cameras. But when I'm selecting a camera, I always select the camera based on their performance and how comfortable I am using it and how confident I am. just so that when I go out there and I make these photos, I'm confident with the tools that I'm using. And with the 35 Ti, I felt very comfortable shooting it. But the only thing that's really holding me back is the automated kind of system, or I guess you could say factor to this camera. I mean, you can adjust the focus, which is great, and you can still, you know, essentially focus in on the subject and then snap the photo instantly. It has aperture priority, which I really like. It goes from 2.8 to f/22. Very wide range of apertures that I can choose from. It has a really nice 35mm 2.8 lens, really sharp. I prefer the 35mm focal length, so that's great as well. It's a small body, has a built-in flash. Again, it gives you the controls. You can even shoot in like a bulb mode. It's an amazing little camera. But here is my gripe with it. It's a little too automated for me, just because I'm used to shooting with an SLR where I can set my focus and really just play with it as much as I want to. Whereas this, in order for me to adjust the focus, I have to hit the autofocus button and then adjust it on here. And even then, I don't know or see it through my viewfinder. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing as a rangefinder, but I mean, all you get is this little toggle up here. And with that said, it questions the reliability of the camera. You know, what happens if this camera shits out on me while I'm out shooting? I'm left without a camera. I mean, if I run out of battery, I'm left without a camera. But still, I mean, if you have this camera tucked away in your backpack, in your car, or if you're going out to do like travel photography, or you're like an everyday photographer, maybe you live in the city and you want to take photos on your walk to work, this is an amazing camera to do so. The autofocus is quick. Whatever you want it to do, it's gonna do for you. Again, really great camera, but I just don't feel comfortable 100% shooting this as my main A camera. Instead, I'd rather take something like this right here, the Voigtlander Bessa R2A, which needs to get serviced. That's why I haven't been using it, or the Leica, or the Canon F1 or F3. Those cameras I'm comfortable with, and I know like the back of my hand. This camera, I mean, it's still a great camera. Again, I just kind of question the reliability. That is the Nikon 35 Ti. Not my favorite point and shoot. Probably sits right behind the Olympus XA, but I definitely prefer this over something like the Olympus Stylus Epic. Alright you guys, thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, drop a comment down below and drop a like as well. 50K is coming up and we're going to be doing a massive giveaway both on Instagram and here on YouTube, so please stay tuned for that. As always you guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in till the end of the video, and as always, Minolta gang.